Talk about upset. Talk about surprises. Talk about the joy of victory. And talk about the agony of defeat. That sums up what transpired here after 90 minutes of soccer action. My name is Sam. Welcome to ASN Sports TV coverage of the finals of the FIFA Club World Cup. Chelsea against all odds defeated Paris Saint-Germain 3 goals to nothing to lift this coveted trophy, and they go home with millions and millions of dollars. I must say this thing that I saw this game coming because on Channel Television 2 days before this game, I analyzed how Chelsea would overcome PSG. And it happened just that. Get the early goal, tighten up, catch them on the counter, get second goal, and Joao Pedro's third goal was a beauty to watch here as the sea of blue, the fans of Chelsea erupted in euphoric celebration. Some fans were skeptical that Chelsea might not make it, but those who truly believe that Chelsea is a cup competitive team knows that Chelsea will come up clutch, and it did just that. Sanchez, the goalkeeper of Chelsea, made series of saves, and Joao Palmer, 2 goals tonight. He won the golden ball before Joao Pedro got the goal number 3. What a beautiful atmosphere it was here at MetLife Stadium as Chelsea showed their dominance once again in Club Cup competition, defeating PSG 3 goals to nothing. PSG got a test of their own medicine. Before this game, they scored 10 goals in 3 games, but tonight they were shut out and they even couldn't score no goal. Dembele was missing. He was in the pocket of Cucurella. What about Varaskelia? He was in the pocket of Malo Gusto. Chelsea did what they know how to do best when it comes to cup competition, and it ended in a resounding victory for the London club. At the end of the game, we saw 1 or 2 ugly scenes where there was a little altercation between the players. You can see on the screen right now, you can see the players going at each other. That is how the game is supposed to be. When you have the adrenaline pumping, when you have players who these defeats stink, because PSG, this game, they will go back and watch this game and ask themselves what struck them. They were struck by a thunderbolt and they couldn't even fathom out what was happening. Luis Enrique lost all sense of reasoning. I mean, you can say that, apart from this game, he was a happy man, fist bumping, all jumping up, hugging his team, technical bench when they defeated Real Madrid. But tonight, he had no answer to a very compact and decent Chelsea defense. And you can talk about Enzo Fernandez and Casado combination in the midfield, how they wrestled down midfield from Vitinha and other players. And then you can talk about how Dembele got missing in this game. Unlike Dembele, whom you will see in all their games, but tonight, Chelsea had a master plan for him, and that worked pretty well. I saw Enzo Maresca all happy, fist bumping. At halftime, he was the first to hit the dressing room to pep talk his players. And at that time, I told my colleague that there is no coming back. It is game over for PSG. At the end, Chelsea held on tight. But there was a red card in this match. PSG player got a red card. We are saying Chelsea players didn't want to get a red card. But look at the way the referee was dishing out yellow card to Chelsea players. But it was Joao Neves that got red carded after the referee consulted the pitch side monitor to really fathom out what happened in that incident. And it was a tackle from behind, and the referee has no other choice than to give the red card. Chelsea head on. Like I asked some fans, if Chelsea should go ahead to win this game, what it will mean to the Premier League at large. And it meant a lot to the EPL, in as much as PSG won the Champions League. Now, Chelsea from the Premier League are the champions of club football. Now, I'm going to ask a question. Which trophy is the biggest? The Champions League or the Club World Cup? I don't know. Because it involved teams from several confederations around the world. 32 of them came here and Chelsea became champion. So which trophy is bigger? The Champions League or the Club World Cup? I'm going to ask my fellow journalists for them to talk. I'm going to ask you real quick. PSG won the Champions League.
Yes.
Now Chelsea won the Club World Cup.
Yes.
Which trophy is bigger?
Good question. we're wondering outside the Europe. I'm from Brazil, so discussing how how big is the importance that the Europeans club are giving to this competition, and I think now for the European, perhaps the Champions League still more important. I don't see it's bigger. This is the first edition of this competition,
Okay.
but if it's a competition that have teams from all over the world uh, representing
Has more of
five
a
continents,
global appeal.
it's a global appeal. In Brazil, it was huge. We have four Brazilian teams here, so I don't think that the Champions League is bigger than this. I don't think. I think that in time, when these competitions got more tradition and the Europeans perhaps are going to give more importance. But from this moment, I think that they. But ask for the Chelsea guys if they're not happy after the match. We have fighting. We have.
Yeah.
Don't you think that they give importance to that?
Yeah, because then the emotion,
Yes.
the adrenaline,
Yes.
Because coming to this game, PSG were hot favorites.
Yes.
Look at scoring 10 goals in 3 games.
Yes.
4 Real Madrid, 2 Bayern Munich, and the other one.
Yes.
So now tonight they were shut out, couldn't even get a goal.
Yes.
So now my second question comes to Dembele. Prior to this game, he, according to people, the front runner for the Ballon d'Or.
Yes, but
So
the-
tonight he was
Yeah.
very poor, and he couldn't. Had it been he won this trophy, that would put a stamp on his Ballon d'Or. Maybe. But
Maybe.
tonight, will he still be the front runner for the Ballon d'Or?
But I think he's still the front runner for the Ballon d'Or. I don't think that he's not going because he was injured after when he came back. He was only starting the match against Real Madrid. He was not in his full form here to play. And the strategy of Chelsea was very strong today to not letting PSG play. We talked to Marquinhos, the Brazilian defender, and he said we couldn't match. Our defense couldn't match the attacking from Chelsea, and we cannot have this a first half like that. So I don't think that this result is going to cost for Dembele the Ballon d'Or. But I think that this competition showed João Pedro for the world, the Brazilian striker.
Brazilian teams, gave a good account of himself here. Botafogo defeated PSG.
Yes, it was the only goal that
Only
they
goal
took
they cost before they
Yes.
concentrate. Flamingo defeated Chelsea 3 goals to 1.
3-1. Yeah.
Fluminense sent home Inter Milan.
Yes.
So against, I would say, three of the best European teams, the Brazilians got a W over them.
Yes.
I mean, when you now look at team from CONMEBOL and team from UEFA, just oppose them. Let me hear your thought about that.
Yes, I think that the good thing of this competition that he gave us the full picture because for many years the Intercontinental Cup the Brazilian or the South Americans get there at the end of the season and we play a lot in South America. The Brazilian teams played 70 matches per year. They are complaining here that they played 58, 60. In Brazil, the guys last year Botafogo went to play. Couldn't reach the final match against Real Madrid. They played on Saturday. They won Brazilian Championship. They traveled on Sunday and then played on Tuesday. They had 72 matches, so they are worn out when they get there. Here we have the Europeans are at the end of the season, so it gives us the impression that we can play against them. We can beat the first level of the European teams if we have the chance to compete then in equality of so we will never have the Brazilians or the South Americans in the same level as the European. Each one is going to be at the end of the season everywhere every time they meet. But I think that they show that we are developing more. We have more money now in the Brazilian league. We have foreign coaches there, the foreign players from everywhere, and mostly foreigner coaches, Portuguese, Argentinian. Now we have Carlo Ancelotti in the Brazilian national team. Yes,
That's a huge one.
Yeah, huge one. Yes. So I think that all this mix is developing the game in Brazil because we see that the Argentinian teams are not very well. In Brazil, the league is richer than the South American. Brazil is now for South America like the Europe is for the world. But Brazil is in the middle between the rest of the South American and the world. So Europe is far in money, but Brazil is far in money for the when we talk to South American football. You know?
Well, I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much, Edison. Thank you
My
very much,
pleasure,
man.
man.
My pleasure talking to
My
you, man.
pleasure. Thank
SS
you.
Sports TV, Edison. Thank you very much.
Thank you.